My name's Mark Perfect and I'm the owner of Pendrick Height Services. Pendrick Height Services is a company who specialise in high level maintenance, demolition and basically working on high tall structures where other people can't get access or won't attempt to get access. The sport that I'd done for the age of 5 was judo. Right through school, I was national champion 5, 6 times. I fought for Britain, European Championships, things like that. Trying to source money to go to international events was very difficult. I knew I was going to have to work to source my sporting events. I was coming to the end of my school days and I knew I was going to have to get a job. I was only 15 and I went to 3 employers that day, a slater, a glazier and a steeplejack. Went in and asked if there was any jobs. By the time I had got home, I had 3 phone calls asking me to go to the 3 jobs. The one that I chose was the first one that came back to me to give me the offer. I might not be sitting here today if they hadn't phoned that night and said start the next again day. If it had been another guy, I may have been a slater. So I don't know. And when I started working with Pendrick, my training started slipping. Rather than training 5 nights a week, it would be 4 nights a week, and then you were working away from home and trying to find gyms away from home and things like that. And you're trying to adapt 2 lives then. You were either going to be world champion at judo and try and make some money, or you were going to be successful at your work. I could feel my results slipping. I went for British champion, getting beaten in the final one year, and then I went from getting to the final to finishing 3rd, and then I knew I was on a slippery slope as far as my training was. So then I had to concentrate on what I was good at or what I was getting better at, when that was my steeplejacking abilities. I was making very good money. I was financially flush and I bought a house and I bought a new car, and by the time I was 19 I had a house and a car and a wife. By the time I was 21 I had a kid. You have to prioritise things in life, and I was starting to build my family and obviously get better houses, get better cars and things like that, and basically the sport just slipped eventually. Obviously I started as an apprentice and I just worked my way up. You become a steeplejack's mate, then you become a steeplejack, and I was running all Pendrick's big jobs at the time, and I decided that I was going to try and do it myself, even at the age of 21. And I decided to start my own company, and that's what I done. I bought a van, I started my own company, and I built it up. It was very difficult, but I never backed off. I kept going and going and going all the time. I was working night and day, and eventually got some good jobs which built up the cash flow along to keep the business going. Pendrick was coming up for sale, and I was running my business, which was successful. I was employing up to maybe 15 to 20 men, but I knew that Pendrick were a lot bigger than what I was, and I made a formal offer and it was accepted. So that's how I actually bought over the holding company, Pendrick. Again, it was very, very tough because we were brought onto a lot of problems as well when we were taking over a new company. Then there was contracts and there was work to find and things like that. So it was very difficult and quite messy at times, but we muddled through, and now we've got it on the straight and narrow, and we're working for some really reputable companies now. The definition of success is basically every day is a success for me because I can keep all these people employed, and I feel that I'm providing a service to the niche market that the steeplejack is, and that's a success to me. I still actually work, I physically work, I climb, I assess the structures, I do surveys on all the structures, and it's very satisfying to know that you're sending that report out, you know what that specific job is, and to get an order back. When you receive the order back for the work that you've put into the survey and the report, that is good. That's the best feeling for me, is getting the order back.